I gotta admit, this was good, very good, very good choice of theme music and everything. I think RC and I really picked it up and. Oh, blue lights on, time to go, Okay, let's stop this music here. Alright, now welcome back everybody to the Revolutionary Show. Now, we've already gotten the first match out of the way in the process, and we went through a wonderful sponsorship by our friend Little Caesars, who is also owners of the Detroit Red Wings and the Detroit Tigers. So yes, my hometown team, I'm going to plug them as much as I can. Go Wings. Everybody else I know kind of blows and sucks. Yeah, Lions. And yeah, we're not going to get into that one. So now, we get the SIW Crown on the line match. Now let's go into the Inferno match, where it's Raging Craig versus Metal God. And now a lot of things have transpired here. A lot of things have happened to where Metal God was facing up against Raging Craig, who had Ryan Brown, also known as Nuts, in his corner. And yet, all of a sudden, in a turn of events, that Nuts decided to go into Metal God's corner. So the two big-time veterans of, this match kind of, I don't really want to talk about. It's an Inferno match. It's got Metal God in it, and even worse, it's got Raging Craig in it. Really don't care about Raging Craig, Metal God. You just please, just fucking God bomb him through the goddamn motherfucking flaming table and rip his fucking head off and shit down his goddamn throat and everything like that. Thank you very much. Now, if that was Metal God, that would have all been in caps lock and everything like that. But so we're going to move on. Inferno match, Metal God, hands down. He's going to take care of Raging Craig there, so we don't got to worry about that one. So let's see here. We're going to move some stuff around so I can kind of see what's going on. Now, we got a unification match between the SIW Lightweight Championship and the SIW Women's Championship, and it's going to be a lumberjill match. It's going to be a very nice match to watch. You're going to have all the wonderful divas. However many of them there are, I don't know. I don't really keep count. I think there's like 10, maybe 8. I don't know. So it's going to be still pretty interesting that some of the hottest women in the wrestling world is going to be around the ring and in the ring at one time. And you're going to be seeing Tara Michaels defending against Vivian Vix with an X, not a V. Vivian, no, Vixen Fox. Yes, how you doing, Foxy? I haven't forgotten about you. I still owe you that dinner. Yes, I do, and we're going to get on that sooner or later. Now, Tara Michaels, Vixen Fox. It's going to be a very hard match to judge, very hard match to kind of look at. Kind of defended Vixen Fox in one way, and then Tara Michaels is the friend of, the mother, I guess you could say mother to my bastard child, because, we're not together, we're not married. She's kind of still on Glenn Kirby a little bit, which, I don't understand that whole thing. Bailey, okay, we gave up on that. That's done and over with. We're not going to talk about that, so let's just keep on moving on. I think this one's going to go to Vixen Fox. I think she's going to unify the titles, be the sole women lightweight championship. I don't know what they're going to call it. I don't know if they're going to keep it the lightweight championship belt, the women's championship belt, or if it's just going to be the SIW women's light championship. Very well could be. But I believe Vixen Fox is going to pull this off with all her boot camp training that she's had, all the stuff that she's had gone through and everything like that, to where I think Tara Michaels is going to be a little too busy on Jace Parker. Yep, you know what I'm talking about. She's going to be a little too busy on that, on Mr. Goodlick there, to even really concentrate on the match. So now we're going to move into the next match, and that is going to be the last man standing match between Ashton Daniels and Maurice Bad. Now, the last little video I did, the blog of Extreme, I talked about this match a little bit. Last man standing match is one of the hardest matches to even get into, to even fight in. You're trying to keep your opponent down for a 10 count, a full 10 count, to where he just doesn't answer the bell. Now, Maurice Bad, baddest man on the planet, the man of many submissions and everything like that, a man that rivals R.C. Aries in the land of holds in the SIW. But, you got skill versus youth. Experience versus youth, I should say, not skill. It's skill versus talent. Promise versus poise. Will against willpower. I don't know how else to put that, but it's going to be a very interesting match to see. Two former partners, mentor and mentoree, I guess you could say, will be going at it to really end this feud that started because Ashton felt that Maurice was starting to get a little bit more of the press and everything, and in fact he did beat Ashton Daniels out for the chance at a SIW championship match against Terror Soul. So yeah, so it's turned out to be a very, very ugly match, and it's going to continue to be an ugly match, and hopefully this will finally decide who's going to win and who is going to move on and go on to bigger and better things. And speaking of bigger and better things, excuse me, this thing was kind of itching my head. I can't keep it on for a long time. But you know what I do have, folks? Yes, it is time for a shameless plug, a shameless merchandising plug, which you can get anywhere at all the local stands. What is it? It is the brand new JD Extreme hat. This, look at that. That is the mark of Extreme right there. So you can buy this at any local stands throughout the concourse, throughout the arena, whenever you go to a SIW event on Monday Night Brawl or a pay-per-view, or you can go visit SIW.com. SIWshop.com, so you can get this. You can even get this wonderful little Extreme shirt. Let's just get a good view of that. There we go, right there. You can get that wonderful little shirt. That is a shirt of Extreme. You could also get wonderful Revolution items, Ascent of Supremacy items, which is not going to get into that. SIW Kings, any of your favorite SIW fans, I'm sorry, my mind was going this way, and then my mouth started going this way, and just started bleh. So yeah, all the slow retarded people going, thank you, JD, I understand you now. Okay, now we're going to move along. We're going to go on to the next match. We're going to go on to the European Championship match, the title that I used to once hold. This is going to be between a big-time foe of mine, a man that has been a thorn in my side for the longest time. Okay, not the longest time, we're just going to say since Summer Sonic, been at each other and everything like that. But this is going to be Glenn Kirby versus Bossman. The Reborn Force versus the Boss. Glenn Kirby comes in as a champion. He's looking to retain the championship, but Bossman is coming back. He came back very strong, and he was actually upset, I guess you could say, at Unhallowed Desires, a event that he has not lost in 3 years, to Glenn Kirby. So I feel that he's going to be coming out with a lot of passion, with a lot of drive. He's going to try to unseat the Reborn Force for the European Championship, and I really do believe that Bossman can do that. With, of course, there might be some little shenanigans with either Ascent of Supremacies or after what Bossman did to the SIW Kings. There might be some repercussions for that and everything, so we never really know what's going to happen. But my pick, folks, my pick is going to be on Bossman. He's going to be going in as a challenger and be walking out as a new European Championship, and then that's going to be one less piece of gold for the Ascent of Supremacy. Yes, they also have Tara Michaels in their group, so when she loses her title in the title unification match earlier in the card, and then Glenn Kirby loses his, that's 2 of their 3 titles that they have, and all that they're going to have left are the Tag Team Championships, which should be really around Revolution's waist. We'll get into that later. So yeah, so I have a feeling that Bossman is going to go in as a challenger, and he's going to be coming out as the new European champion of the SIW. So now, then we get to, I guess you could say, the European Championship, I guess you could say, will be somewhat of a main event. It's got main event caliber wrestlers in there, a main event kind of feel to it and everything like that. So the next main event, the second main event, the one under the main event, is going to be for the SIW Championship. Jace Parker Davison against Terror Soul. A couple weeks ago, Jace won a little 4-man ladder match. It also had Chris McAvetti in it, RC Aries, and who else was it? I think Maurice Bad was in that. Yeah. Which Jace actually won. He climbed the ladder, won the match, and won a chance to face the champion, Terror Soul, at Staying Alive. Terror, I don't know what else to say, man. You've kind of, like I said before, you kind of go off the deep end. You're a little, woo-hoo. The movie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is pretty much all I could really sum up of what has happened with you, which I will get onto you a little bit later, because there's also an interactive poll of who will be facing me on Monday Night Brawl. Tomorrow night, actually, because tonight is Staying Alive, and we're going to jump into that a little bit more. So I feel Jace Parker Davison's going to win this, and he's going to hold on to this title for a very, pretty good time, I feel. He's yeah, he will only hold on to it until he actually faces me, to where I take my championship belt and I unify it with the SIW championship to become the undisputed champion of the SIW. So now, Jace, I hope you go into the match. I hope you win it, because there's nothing more than I would like to do than to wipe the smug little grin off the face of Ascent of Supremacy. I've had my way with Glenn Kirby. He knows I can do it. I'm going to have my way with Marquise tonight. Marky Mark, you little vampire-sucking numbnut. He's going to know what it feels like. And I'm going to slap him around. I'm going to make an example out of him. And then it's going to come down to you. And I'm going to take you down. I'm going to take your championship and unify it with my championship. So one by one, I'll be taking down Ascended Supremacy. But that will come at a later time. So I hope you win your title. I hope you enjoy your little championship reign. I hope you enjoy your little victory party that you're going to have with all the Michael sisters. I hope you enjoy that, because that's going to be the last victory you'll have in a championship match. Because after that, your title is going to be my title. And I'm not going to be letting that go. And now, a word from our sponsor.